Your youthful longevity isn't just luck or genetics. It's something you can design. I didn't always believe that until I reversed my own biological age. And I believe it's something anyone can do, including you. I can teach you how to do a beautiful renovation of your body from the inside out and begin to shift aspects of your biological age in reverse, like I did. What if you became the architect of your body and renovated it from the inside out? I've actually done this myself. Today, at 50 years young, I understand my body, my health span, and the aging process so much better than I did in my mid-30s. What do you think could happen if you decided to push the reset button? Your body is rebuilding itself every day. The question is, what are you rebuilding it with? You might be thinking, I'm happy with where I am, but this is important. As people age, their bodies don't operate as efficiently as they used to. Your energy starts to slow down, and the body system slowly began to break down. Memory gets foggy, some people just aren't as snatched as they once were, and weight starts appearing in places it didn't before. And a lot of us begin to experience age-related symptoms and diseases. But here's the thing. Just like any building or home, your physiological home, your body, has to be maintained and designed with intention to stay strong and healthy. Your aging process isn't luck. It's the result of your daily design. I've actually done this myself. I've been able to move aspects of my biological age in reverse. My name is Evangeline, but my friends call me Evan. I can teach you how to do a beautiful renovation of your body from the inside out and begin to shift aspects of your biological age in reverse, like I did. I worked for over 2 decades in New York City and Texas as an architectural and interior designer with a focus on environmental sustainability and healthy spaces. My expertise in non-toxic materials and healthy environments gave me a strong foundation to understand the nuances of how our environment, the light, the air, the products we expose ourselves to influence the health of our bodies and ultimately our longevity. But I became acutely aware of my own mortality when my mother and my aunt and my sister were each diagnosed with cancer. I also had health and fertility challenges of my own that forced me to reevaluate how I looked at my health and lifestyle. So I became extremely motivated to learn the science behind these challenges to try to heal the people I loved and myself. So I experimented on my own body while spending over a decade studying science-based nutrition and lifestyle strategies. My career was my #1 focus after graduating with a degree in architecture over 20 years ago. A week after graduating, I packed a small U-Haul truck and drove across the country through a blizzard to New York City to begin my pursuit of becoming a famous architect. I worked long hours, often 60+ hours a week, behind a computer, and I built a career that I was proud of. I assumed the rest of my life would just fall into place, that somehow a husband and subsequent babies would just serendipitously elbow their way into my life, allowing me to have both career success and a family. But by my mid-30s, that was not my reality. I was successful on paper, but I was exhausted. I was still single, but now with dark circles under my eyes from caffeine and long hours in front of screens, and the occasional glass of wine to help manage the stress. Then it started to occur to me that my other dream of creating a family of my own had been on the back burner for far too long. A good friend of mine in her early 40s was on her 3rd round of unsuccessful IVF in hopes of having a second child. She pleaded with me, Evan, I know you really want to have kids one day, but do you realize how hard it is to get pregnant after 40? I think it would really help you if you froze your eggs now, while you still have time. Little did I know that that first step in my fertility journey would be a lot harder than I thought. My new goal to successfully freeze my eggs became a struggle, which revealed many untold truths and nuances about the aging process, fertility, and longevity. I spent over a year being turned away by 4 fertility centers due to the health of my ovaries and possible ovarian cancer. One of the doctors told me that they couldn't do anything further, like a biopsy, because it could compromise my fertility and that I had to heal myself naturally. I was like, what the fuck does naturally mean? I was so frustrated. That's when I had to pivot and stop assuming that our medical system would fix it for me. I had to educate myself on unconventional approaches to my health, hormones, and fertility, and I had to start learning how my body actually worked naturally, the way it was designed to. So I did what I've always done in my career. I researched, I studied, and then I started experimenting on myself. I began looking at my body the way I would look at a building, as a whole system. Not just one thing to fix, but a series of interconnected systems that support each other. After my research and about 6 months of commitment, my body transformed. Finally, I gave it one last shot and went to another fertility doctor for a 5th opinion. And by the grace of God, I serendipitously got an appointment with the doctor who invented the egg freezing technology in New York City. His clinic had a 6-month waiting list, but when I called, they had a last-minute cancellation and could draw my blood the next day at 9 a.m. When I finally met with the doctor, he said to me, "Since you're 38 years old, this is an easy statistic to remember. Women your age typically have only a 38% chance of success. But we did your blood work, and you have the blood of a 26-year-old. So we anticipate much better than average results for you." Then something amazing happened. At 38 years old, I was able to freeze 17 viable eggs in a single cycle, which was nearly double what most women my age were getting at that time, nearly 15 years ago. He told me I had a super batch. Not only did my new fertility doctor link my outcome to how biologically young my blood work was, but friends who had not seen me since before my health journey asked how I looked years younger than I did the last time they saw me over 6 months ago. I had completely reset my entire body and optimized it for youth, fertility, and longevity. So many friends over the following years have asked me, "How did you do it? How do you look so young for your age? Tell me your secret." My transformation changed the way I saw my lifespan and aging and prompted me to reevaluate my stressful career path. I no longer see aging as a fixed timeline. I see it as something that responds to the environments we create, to what we consume and how we live. Just like a building, your body is constantly responding to its conditions. Genetics may set the blueprint, but how we live determines how that blueprint is expressed. Eventually, one question became inevitable for me. If I understood how to design high-performance environments, why wouldn't I apply those same principles to my performance and future of my own body? What if I could design something even more enduring? The architecture of human vitality. Today, my mission is to support women who feel anxious about aging, showing them that they have more power than they've been led to believe. I want to help perimenopausal women take control of their future by making intentional shifts now so they can slow down that biological aging and expand their fertility window too. In my business, Reset Methods, I share science-informed lifestyle and nutrition strategies designed to enhance health span, longevity, and reproductive potential. And that's what led me to design the Reset Methods. Reset is a system that I designed based on what I did to reverse my biological age. And I want to teach you how to do the same. Like when designing spaces, it's not one material or one design feature that determines its success. It's the synergy of systems, the air, the light, the materials, the energy moving through the space. And in many ways, our bodies respond to their environment in the same way buildings do. The conditions around us shape how well this system performs. Your biology is always responding to the environment you create. It's not one way of eating or one workout routine, not just a supplement or a vitamin or anti-aging product or biohacking habit. It's how everything works together. What we eat, how we sleep, how we respond to stress, the products we use, the air we breathe, the light we live under, and how our unique biology responds to those daily inputs. And when all of those systems are supported and synchronized, everything shifts. Your body repairs and regenerates itself, and your energy increases. You recover faster, your brain becomes sharper, your memory improves, your moods feel more balanced, and your strength becomes more empowering. And over time, biological aging itself begins to shift in reverse. That's where the concept of biological age reversal becomes real, not cosmetic, not theoretical, but measurable. You can feel so many aspects of your body and cravings totally reset. When I reset my body, my cravings completely changed. These realizations reshaped how I approach my own health. Instead of seeing aging as an inevitable decline, I began to see it as a dynamic process. It can speed up, slow down, reset, and reverse. So I see my health like a design project, an integrated and efficient system designed to experience joy. Now, at 50 years young, my energy is high all day long. On average, my blood pressure runs around 97/67. And I feel and act pretty young. I listen to my body and I know when to let it reset and rebuild. That's what biological age reversal really means to me. It's not about looking younger, although that can be a very cool byproduct. It's really about functioning younger and feeling the joy that comes with it. I no longer assume that I'm destined to repeat the health history of my parents or relatives simply because of my genetics alone. I refuse to be powerless, and so should you. Genetics may provide the blueprint, but how we live influences how that blueprint is expressed. In science, this is known as epigenetics. The idea that our environment and our lifestyle influence how our genes behave in our bodies and how our cells age. And when we influence genetic expression consistently over time, biological aging can slow down and oftentimes reverse in direction. But unlike a building that is expensive and difficult to remodel, your body is already engineered to rebuild and regenerate itself from the inside out. You just have to give it the right inputs and nourishment and movement and rest and a healthy environment, and it begins doing exactly what it was designed to do. This is exactly why I created a plan called the Reset Method. Reset is a simple framework that creates a foundation for optimizing your health and reversing your biological age. When your systems are aligned, your body naturally begins to repair and rebuild and function the way it was designed to. My channel is about teaching you what I did to reset my body and showing you practical ways to apply them in everyday life. Each video explores one piece of my reset methods, the systems that I use to design longevity. The body follows a biological blueprint, but our daily choices determine how that blueprint is built. Our body is responsive, not rigid. It responds to our environment, our daily decisions, and the systems and habits we build around ourselves. For over 25 years, I designed spaces that were healthier and more beautiful. Now I'm applying those same principles to the human body alongside the environmental health principles I had already been practicing for years in architecture. But now I'm applying those to youth, fertility, and joy, and to strength, resilience, and longevity and greater health span, and to the intentional biological age reversal in midlife and beyond that we can all achieve. Because longevity isn't luck, it's design. If you're someone who believes aging doesn't have to mean decline and that health can be redesigned with intention, you are in the right place. Welcome to Reset, and I am so glad you're here. If this resonates with you, I invite you to hit the reset button and subscribe to my new YouTube channel called Reset with Evan, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my series of videos. And if you found value in this, share it with someone navigating their aging process who wants to feel more optimistic about their future health and be stronger in the decades ahead. And remember, longevity isn't luck, it's design. This is just the beginning.